Hello everyone, this is Aftab Alam. Now today we are going to start quadratic equation. So before starting this topic, I will try to explain what is the meaning of quadratic. Okay, so quadratic is made up of quad, and quad means a square. Quad means a square. Now see this here. Actually in this topic there are two things. First thing is quadratic expression. Okay, quadratic expression, and second thing is quadratic equation. Okay, so the question is that how to identify quadratic expression and equation. Okay, what is the main difference between quadratic expression and equation? So see this here, the expression of the type ax square plus bx plus c, this is called quadratic expression. Okay, and if this expression is equated to 0, that is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, this is called quadratic equation. Okay, so here some rules and conditions are there. So first condition is that a is not equal to 0. Okay, and abc belongs to R, means ABC should be a real number and A is not equal to 0. Why A is not equal to 0? The thing is that here if you put here A equals to 0, then it will become linear. So for making it quadratic, it should not equal to 0. Okay, here A is called leading coefficients. Leading coefficients. Why? The question is that why A is called leading coefficients? A is called leading coefficients. Why? Because it is the coefficients of highest power of x. That's why it is called leading coefficients. Okay, and what is B here? B is called coefficients of linear term. What is the meaning of linear? Linear means 1 degree, means x raised to the power 1 here. So power of x is 1 here. So that's why it is called linear, means 1 degree term. Okay, and C, what is called C? C is called constant term. Constant, or you can say absolute term. Absolute term. Okay, why it is called constant or absolute term? Because there is no variable which is attached with this C. That's why it is called constant term or absolute term. So this is about quadratic equation. Okay, so quadratic equation, in quadratic equation, quad means a square. Okay, and there are two things. First thing is expression, second thing is equation. So any function like ax square plus bx plus c, this is called expression, and if this expression is equated to 0, then it will become quadratic equation. Okay, so here some conditions are there. A, B, C should be real number and A should not equal to 0. Why A should not equal to 0? Because if you put here 0, so it will become linear. So for making it quadratic, it should not equal to 0. Here A is called leading coefficients. Why A is called leading coefficients? It's very simple, because it is the actually leading coefficients. Why it is called? Because it is the coefficients of highest power of x. That's why it is called leading coefficients. B is called coefficients of linear term. Linear means x raised to the power 1, so 1 degree term. Okay, and C is called constant, or you can say absolute term. So that's all about quadratic equation. So our next heading is graph of quadratic expression, and we know that graph always makes of expression, not of equation. Okay, and in the beginning we have already discussed means quadratic expression and quadratic equation. So we know that what is called quadratic expression means y equals to ax square plus bx plus c, and we know that the condition here a, b, c should be real number and a is not equal to 0. Okay, so we know that this one we have already discussed in the beginning. A, B, C should be real number and A is not equal to 0. Why? These are all the things. Okay, so I am not interested to discuss this. Now see this here, I am taking A common here. So what you will get here? X square plus B by ax plus C by A. Okay, now I want to make it a perfect square. So what is the concept to make perfect square? So we know that already y equals to, suppose x square plus 3x plus 5 is there, and I want to make it perfect square. So how to make it perfect square? So it's very simple. X here plus sign is there, so write down plus. Okay, after that half of the coefficients of x, so 3 by 2 whole square of this. Okay, now if you open this bracket now, so you will get these two terms here, these two terms you will get here. Open this bracket, what you will get? a square means x square plus b square means 3 by 2 whole square plus 2ab means you will get 3x means x square plus 3x we are getting. Okay, but here what we are getting extra? 9 by 4 means 3 by 2 whole square we are getting. So I am going to subtract this, because for balancing purpose we need to subtract this one, we need to balance it. So 3 by 2 whole square and this one 5 same as it is here. Okay, so I hope you are getting these all the things. Means what we have to do, first x plus sign is there, so plus, okay, half of the coefficients of x, so 3 by 2 whole square of this. If you open this, you will get these two terms. So what is the extra? This 3 by 2 whole square extra. So we need to subtract this one, okay, and this one same as it is. Now I am doing same here. So see this here, a, here x plus half of the coefficients of x, so b by 2a whole square of this. Okay, now if you open this bracket now, so you will get x square plus b by ax plus b square by 4a square. Why we will get here? Because square of this, so I am going to subtract this b square by 4a square. Directly I am writing, okay, plus c by a. Okay, now if you solve this one here x plus b by 2a whole square of this minus, if you solve this, if you take LCM of this, so you will get here b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. Okay, this is you are getting. Now see this here, a into x plus b by 2a whole square minus, here you will get here b square minus 4ac, b square minus 4ac divided by 4a you will get here. Okay, so finally we are getting here y equals to a into x plus b by 2a whole square minus b square minus 4ac divided by 4a. Okay, now actually what was expression? Our expression was y equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this was our expression, quadratic expression, y equals to ax square plus bx plus c. So we want to write here means domain. So what is the domain of this expression, domain of this? So first of all, the question is, what is called domain? The set of all real values of x where function is defined. Okay, so domain of this expression, in denominator there is no function, so domain of this quadratic expression is x belongs to r. X belongs to r means minus, x belongs to minus infinite to infinite. Okay, now see this here, actually this is the value of x, x lies between minus infinite to infinite. So see this here, if you are putting in place of this one here, and one more important thing, we know that a square of any real number is always non-negative quantity. Non-negative, why? Because a square is always non-negative quantity. See this now here, if you are suppose here like x is there and x square is there, okay, and if you are putting either positive or negative, you will get always greater than equal to 0, greater than 0 values. Okay, if you are putting 0, so you will get here 0, means a square is non-negative quantity. Non-negative means greater than equal to 0. So domain of this expression is here, we are getting x, means domain of this expression is x belongs to minus infinite to infinite. Okay, now see this here, instead of this x, if you are putting minus infinite, so we know that negative of a square of any negative, you will get positive, so it will get here positive. But if this a is positive, it will decide the sign here. If this is positive, so we will get here positive, but if this is negative, so we will get negative. Suppose here, suppose instead of x, means in place of x, when we are putting infinite is very large number. When we are putting, so we will get very large number, square of this infinite, we will get very large number. But if this is positive, so we will get positive. But if this is negative, so we will get negative. Why? Large number, but it is positive, so we will get positive because it is a multiplication. But if this is negative, so we will get very small number, means a smallest value. Okay, now in the same way, now see this here, this one is here plus infinite, okay, and this one is here minus infinite. Okay, now see this here, now when we are putting minus infinite in place of x, so what we are getting, minus infinite plus b by 2a, and after squaring we will get here positive. But if this a is positive, so we will get positive. So see this, first case I am taking a when a is greater than 0, means this a is positive. If this a is positive and I am putting instead of x minus infinite, so this will be positive, positive into positive, so you will get here positive. Okay, but if you are putting infinite here, infinite plus infinite here, so you will get positive, positive into this positive. Why? Because I am taking case a is greater than 0, so it will be positive in this way, means positive. When we are putting minus infinite, then we are getting positive. When we are putting plus infinite, then we are getting positive. Why? Because this a is positive here. Okay, in the same way here, in the same way, this is plus infinite and this is here minus infinite. Now see this here, when we are putting minus infinite, so what we are square of this, what we will get positive here, because a square of any negative number positive, so we will get here positive. But if this a is less than 0, I am taking another case, a is less than 0, a is less than 0 means negative. So when we are putting this, so we are getting positive, positive into negative, negative. Okay, so negative. When at minus infinite, we are getting negative. If you put infinite here, so what we will get here? Infinite square, very large number, but this is negative. We are taking case here. So very large number into negative, very smallest number. So it will be like this. Okay, means at minus infinite or infinite, we are going downward. So this is called parabola upward, parabola upward, and this is called downward parabola. Parabola, parabola, downward. Okay, downward. So you need to remember in a simple way, when a is greater than 0, then we can say this one is upward parabola, a is less than. So a is greater than 0, upward parabola, a is less than 0, downward parabola. Okay, so we know that what this is actually called point of minima and this is called point of maxima. Okay, so what is the minimum value of this? This is called actually vertex. This is called vertex. Now see this here. Actually, what was our expression? Our expression was a into x plus b by 2a whole square, okay, minus b square minus 4ac divided by 4a. This one was our expression. Now see this here. What is the minimum value of this expression? Okay, what is the minimum value of this expression? When it will become this square, when it will become 0 at x equals to minus b by 2a. If you put in place of x minus b by 2a, then it will become 0. So minimum value of this is, minimum value of this x square is minus b, means minimum value of this expression is square is 0. Okay, when it will become 0? At minus b by 2a. So what we'll get here? Y equals to minus, this one is b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac is d, discriminant. So we'll get here minus b d by a. So minus d by 4a. Okay, so this is the vertex of quadratic equation, means expression minus b by 2a or minus d by 4a. This is vertex. Okay, third point is, so third is analysis of d. Okay, so first condition I am taking here, a is greater than 0 and d is greater than 0, and here a is less than 0 and d is greater than 0. So see this here, a is greater than 0, so it is clear already, upward parabola, so upward parabola. A is less than 0, downward parabola. Okay, d is greater than 0. So d is greater than 0, we have to study in nature of the roots. Okay, in nature of the roots, three conditions are there: d equals to 0, d less than 0, and d greater than 0. D greater than 0 means roots are real and distinct. Okay, d equal to 0 means roots are real but same roots, and d less than 0 means imaginary roots. Okay, so it's very simple. A greater than 0, upward parabola; a less than 0, downward parabola. D greater than 0 means real and distinct roots. So real means, d greater than 0 means real and different roots, or you can say distinct roots, real and different roots. Okay, so real means it will visible, obvious, it will visible to touch or cut the x-axis, okay, at two different point. So this one is suppose alpha, this one is beta. Okay, so in this way it will be like, so here a less than 0, downward parabola; d greater than 0, same as it is. Okay, d greater than 0 means real and distinct. Real means it will visible to cut or touch the axis at two different points. Why? Because real and distinct roots. So it will be like this. This one is alpha and this one is beta. Okay, now see, this is less than 0 and d equals to 0. So we know that a is greater than 0, upward parabola, and a is less than 0, downward parabola. But d equal to 0, d equal to 0 means roots are real and equal. Equal means alpha and equals to beta, both are same. D equals to 0 means alpha and beta are same, alpha equals to beta. Now see this here, a greater than 0, upward parabola, d equals to 0. Roots are real. Real means it will visible to cut or touch the axis, but both will be same, alpha and beta, so it will touch the x-axis only. Here alpha and beta both roots are same. Okay, in the same way here, see this here, d equals to 0. D equals to 0 means roots are real. So real means it will touch or cut the x-axis. Okay, it is touching or cutting, but roots are real. Roots are real means it will just touching the x-axis. So alpha and beta both are equal. Okay, and third condition is here, a is greater than 0. Okay, and here a is less than 0, d is less than 0, and d is here less than 0. Now see this here, a is greater than, so a is greater than 0, d less than 0. So a is greater than 0 means upward parabola. Okay, a is less than 0 means downward parabola. D less than 0, d less than 0 means it is not possible here, means imaginary roots. So we can imagine only. Okay, it will not exist here, so it will be like this. Okay, same as it is here, d less than 0 means imaginary roots, it is not possible, no real roots. Okay, so we can imagine only, it is not possible in reality. Okay, so this is the condition. And fourth condition, our fourth condition is, so our fourth condition is put x equals to 0 in given expression. Okay, so our expression is y equals to ax square plus bx plus c. If you are putting here x equals to 0, so what you will get here? You will get here 0 plus c, means y will be here c. Okay, so what we will get finally? We will get here 0 comma c, and it will show you, means it will lie on y axis. Okay, so this fourth thumb rule you need to remember. First thing is a, shape of the graph, upward parabola or downward parabola. Second condition is that vertex. Okay, and third is like analysis of d, and fourth is put x equals to 0 in given expression. Then we will get means y axis, it will lie above the x axis or above the below the x axis, it will get here. So see this here. Next, so I am taking here some example. First example is like y equals to x square minus 3x and plus 2. Okay, x square minus 3x plus 2. Now see this here, what is the graph of this x square minus 3x plus 2? Okay, so see this. First what we'll check? We'll check a. So what is a? A is the coefficients of x square. So what is the coefficients of x square here? 1. Nothing is there, it means 1. So a equals to 1, and a, this one is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means upward parabola, means like this. Okay, second condition, vertex. So we know that vertex, what is vertex? Minus b by 2a and minus d by 4a. Okay, now see this here, minus b by 2a. So what we will get here? Minus b by 2 means like here b is here minus 3. So minus b by 2 into 1 and minus d. Minus d means b square minus 4ac. So b square means minus 3 whole square minus 4a 1 into c divided by 4 into a means 1. Okay, and negative of this all the things. Okay, so what we will get here? See this here, 3 minus plus, so 3 by 2 you will get here, and here you will get 9 minus 8, you will get 1 by 4 means minus 1 by 4. Now see this, actually here this one is positive and this one is negative, so positive and negative, it means it will lie on which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Okay, fourth quadrant. Second condition finished. Third condition is d means discriminant. So d, first of all we will find here d. So what is d here? B square minus 4ac. So b square means minus 3 whole square minus 4a into c. So what we are getting here? 1. And we know that d equals to 1, it means greater than 0. D greater than 0 means root is real and distinct. Okay, means obvious, greater than 0 means real means it will cut or touch the x-axis. Okay, so it will be like this one is upward parabola. Okay, and d greater than 0 means it will cut or touch the x-axis at two different points, so alpha and beta. Okay, now fourth point, put x equals to 0 in given expression, means y equals to x square minus 3x plus 2. if you are putting here, so what you will get here? 0 minus 0 plus 2 means you will get here y equals to 2. Okay, so what we are getting finally? We are getting 0 comma 2. 0 comma 2 means it will lie on above the x-axis, means on y-axis. Now see this here. So what is the final of this? So see this here. First thing, a is greater than 0, upward parabola. D is greater than 0 means upward parabola, but actually it will cut at two different points. Real means it will visible, okay, at and two distinct roots means alpha and beta. Okay, third condition is vertex. So vertex, so what we are getting in fourth quadrant? We are getting 3/2 and minus 1/4. This is positive, this is negative, means it will lie on fourth quadrant. And 0 comma 2 means above the x-axis. Okay, it will lie on above the x-axis. So see this, our final graph will be like this. Okay, so it will be like this here. Why? See this here, this is 0 comma 2, this will 0 comma 2. Okay, and here a is greater than 0, upward parabola. Okay, d greater than 0, it will means like it is real and different roots. So here this one is suppose alpha, this one is here beta. Okay, and vertex is minus b/2a minus b/4a. Okay, so what we are getting? Positive and negative means fourth quadrant, so this is positive, so this one is actually 3/2 and minus 1/4. Okay, and this one is 0 comma 2, so 0 comma 2. So this is our final graph of this expression, x square minus 3 will be like this.